Hi everyone, Annette Kessler here with a new card in the 12 Cards of Christmas series, and today we are making a popping flap card, which is really fun and cute. Like always, you have a link to all the measurements in the description under the video. You can go ahead, download it, print it, and pre-cut all the pieces you need to make all the cards in the series and this card. So we have our pieces here lined up and we are going to start. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is take the base, the large piece, and draw 2 lines on 3/8 on each edge. That is one line on 3/8 and then the other line on the other edge at 3/8. So those 2 vertical lines across the long side of the base. We are now making the shape that is going to house the inside of the popping flap. So once you are done drawing those lines, always make 2 points. That will make sure that you have a straight line, and then turn it 45 degrees and then draw a third line at 3 1/8. So basically we have 3 lines, and that is going to be our shape. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to cut away the 2 tabs, the 2 long tabs on each side, because as you can see we have the shorter tabs on the top and then longer tabs on the bottom. So we're going to cut away both longer tabs on the bottom. You can use a craft knife, you can use scissors, whatever is more comfortable for you. Once you cut that out, just go ahead around the corners and snip them diagonally. Will be easier to glue everything later. Nothing will pop out this way. Okay, next we're going to fold on the lines that we drew. So the best thing to do is to take your bone folder and a ruler and go over all the lines and score them. So once you score them, you create a fold line, and it will be easy and accurate to fold this way, not just according to a drawn line, but a scored line is much better. You can do this with a scoreboard or your trimmer, just as long as you have straight score lines. So then fold on all the score lines, burnish them well with your bone folder, and then we can go ahead and continue with our next piece. This is going to be the flap, and what we're going to do is we're going to measure 2 3/4 from the left side or the right side, it doesn't matter at this point. We're going to mark it and then score it and fold it. You don't have to draw the line if you want to score it directly. I'm just showing you how it's going to look. Easier to follow this way and see the score line because there's a pencil mark on it. So we're folding that, and this is going to be the flap that pops out of the pocket that we made. Next, I'm just going to cover my popping flap with some cover papers. You have all the measurements in the description under the video. It's a free cutting guide that you can go ahead and download and print, and you have the measurements for all the cards in the 12 Cards of Christmas series. Adding a few embellishments. You can stamp, you can add cutout shapes, you can add stickers. Just embellish it a little bit so it will look nice. And of course you can cover it with a cover paper that already has text on it or shapes or something like that instead of later embellishing it. So this is up to you. This part is completely up to you. Okay, so the next thing is to add the cover papers to our base of the card. Again, you have all the measurements in the link in the description under the video. So this paper goes only on the bottom of the card because this part is going to be folded. The inside is not going to show, so you don't need to cover it. And then the second piece goes on the top of the card, on the front of the card, like this. Just make sure it's aligned with all the edges. And next we can go ahead and make our mechanism. So for the mechanism you need to measure again 3/8 on each side of your little mechanism. Then you need to score it and fold it in a Z shape. So I'm going to show you how that looks. Basically each of the folds is going to go on a different direction, forming a sort of a Z shape fold. So first I'm marking my score lines. This piece is really small, so working with my trimmer is not very comfortable. That's why I'm first drawing the lines and then just with my bone folder and my ruler going over them, scoring them. So the way you're going to fold this is fold one side to one direction and then making sure of course it's straight, and then the other side will fold to the other direction. This way you're getting a Z-shape mechanism like this. Okay? Hope that makes sense. So next we're going to attach the mechanism to our card. Like this. You're going to apply glue to the bottom of one of the flaps and attach it to the popping flap while the score line faces you. You align it in the center with the edge. The two edges are aligned together like this. This is how you attach this to the popping flap. Just making sure it is straight. Next, we're going to bring in our base and attach it to the base. So what we're going to do is align the mechanism with the front of the card. So this edge is going to be aligned with this edge of the mechanism. So when you close it, they're supposed to be aligned exactly one on top of the other. Once they're aligned, just apply glue to the tab, the little tab of the mechanism, and close the card, and that will ensure that everything is exactly in its place where it should be. You need to let it dry a little bit, then we can apply glue to the little tabs and close the base, and this will be our card. So just close the card, and then you'll need to work it a few times to make sure that the popping flap works properly. And of course, wait a little bit until it's dry before you start pulling it, So this is how it works. I want to show you how that works because it's really cool. So once everything is dry, just pull it and then insert it a few times like this. Isn't that cool? I really hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the little bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video so you won't miss anything. And you can follow all my tutorials. You don't need to cover this part. Your card is basically ready. Just work it a few times and it will look really great. I'm sure everybody will be really happy to get one of those. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.